But another temporary warm-up is on the way for Friday. It's Virginia. We do this. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson joins us off the top at 6 with more. Jeff?
Yeah, yesterday the temperatures were about 30 degrees warmer than where we are right now. It would have been nice if today was maybe in the 50s, but no, we had to head into the low 40s and 30s. That's where we are now. It's cold, it's wet out there, and we still have the rain coming down now on Super Doppler 10. Light showers across our area. The rain will continue here for the next couple of hours going past sunset. Here we are at almost 6 o'clock exactly. We have just some light rain left across the region. We'll still see occasional sprinkles, light showers going into this evening. But off to our west, there's a little bit of a change happening. A storm system here bringing a lot of rain and snow into Ohio and other surrounding states, but there's also some warm air surging in below it or south of it. That warm air will return to our area for tomorrow, and we'll see highs in the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees, maybe even mid-70s in Elizabeth City tomorrow. Right now, you're at 44 degrees. It's 39 in Norfolk, 39 degrees in Williamsburg. If it's a little colder, we might see snow. We're not going to see any snow tonight, but we will see a lot more chances for scattered showers and rain for the area. Tonight, tomorrow, temperatures are back in the 60s. More on that coming up.
Thank you, Jeff. Have the Wavy Weather app on your phone all the time for the latest from Super Doppler 10. Now, our other big story, a Portsmouth school staff member shot on her way to work.
Shockwaves are still going through the school system about this ordeal. Shooting happened just before 9 this morning on Deep Creek Boulevard and Jefferson Street in Portsmouth, and the suspect is still out there. 10 of your side's John Dowding talked with city officials about what happened. John?
Tom, Anita, now that woman who was shot today is in serious condition at a hospital tonight. And many in the community are just shocked, not just because an educator was the victim of gun violence, but because this is the second shooting to happen in that neighborhood in less than a week.
That was bad early in the morning like this.
Victor Bryan didn't expect to hear 5 or 6 gunshots ring out this morning near the corner of Deep Creek Boulevard and Jefferson Ave. He hoped it wasn't another shooting, but then not long after, he went outside and saw police cars pulling up.
It was probably about 10 police cars out here and 2 fire trucks, the ambulance. It was a lot.
Portsmouth police released images of the suspect's vehicle. They describe it as a gray or silver 4-door vehicle with damage to the front right headlight. Portsmouth Vice Mayor DeAndre Barnes says the shooting is expected because the city hasn't properly addressed gun violence issues.
She's doing her job to try to save some of the kids, and unfortunately she got caught up in the mess that our city government created by not addressing some of the issues that lead to what happened today.
He says it's time to address the root causes of crime in the city.
The root issues is jobs, lack of opportunity for our children, giving them things to do, just things like that. And we're really not addressing those issues.
Neighbors say they just want to see signs of city leadership listening to their concerns.
We need more of a police presence so nothing like this will happen. I don't think they're out here enough or see enough. That's the only thing. And I know that they're short of manpower, but it could be a lot more. They could do a lot better.
So if you have any information that could help police, they urge you to call the crime line at 1-800-LOCK-YOU-UP or use the P3 Tips app. And Portsmouth Public School Superintendent released a letter to staff earlier today addressing the issue, addressing the shooting today. We have that full letter over at WAVY.com. Live tonight in Portsmouth, John Dowding, 10 on your side.
All right, thank you, John. We'll continue to follow this story and post any updates as we get them on WAVY.com. Now to new details on a school bus driver shortage making for a transportation mess in Norfolk.
Now we're learning more about the headaches the shortage is causing. And new tonight, the situation appears to be getting worse. We've learned that some schools are sending out calls to parents to tell them to pick up their kids on their own. Investigative reporter Julie Millet is looking into the growing mess. Julie.
Yeah, Norfolk Public Schools nor the school board will confirm what's causing this shortage. We are hearing that some school bus drivers are feeling like they're not being properly paid for overtime work as they're making up for other drivers and those positions that haven't been filled recently. But no matter what the cause is, parents still have to find a way to get their kids to and from school.
Norfolk Public Schools transportation remains short-staffed today.
Norfolk parents received this automated voice message just before 2:45 on Thursday afternoon. letting them know after-school activities across the district were canceled due to a bus driver shortage. It's the latest of several voicemails, the first few coming Wednesday and Thursday, alerting parents that some buses wouldn't be running to get their kids to and from school, resulting in delays getting to class, unless parents found another way to get their student there.
What are they left to do? What are they left to do? They're not trying to give them no alternative, nothing. You know, they're not trying to give them no solution. They were just saying, if you get your child, if you don't.
A grandparent who did not want to appear on camera told us she had to pick up 5 of her grandkids at several different schools on Wednesday, but she prefers not to drive often.
Very difficult, very difficult. Having back problems, and he said, I got my knee, and that's very difficult for me.
She's not alone. On social media, hundreds of parents expressed their outrage over the lack of transportation and what they call insufficient notice.
The largest portion of the drivers were absent because Norfolk Public Schools is not paying them for the extra runs that they have to do, and they're tired of it.
Thomas Calhoun with the Norfolk Federation of Teachers tells us it could be due to drivers having to pick up too much slack. Norfolk Public Schools currently are short 107 bus drivers, and those who are working are now having to do extra routes, and they say they're not getting paid for that extra work.
We're short of bus drivers like everything else.
There are 107 openings in Norfolk right now for bus drivers. Both NPS and the school board denied our requests for interviews today. We did learn, however, that the school board has called a special closed meeting for tomorrow morning. Live in Norfolk, I'm Julie Millet, 10 on your side.
All right, not enough people to do the job. Thank you, Julie. Now to the latest on Ukraine. President Biden is making it clear to his Russian counterpart that aggression toward that country will not be tolerated. President Biden addressed the nation this afternoon, hours after Russia launched a broad invasion across its neighboring country. The president announced sweeping sanctions on Russia. That includes hitting that country's bottom line.
We will limit Russia's ability to do business in dollars, euros, pounds, and yen to be part of the global economy.
And the president also promised once again that U.S. forces will not be fighting inside Ukraine, but he will commit to send 7,000 troops to Germany to defend NATO allies.
The war in Ukraine is hitting close to home for a woman in Virginia Beach. Oksana Novosam first arrived in Hampton Roads more than 20 years ago as a college intern from Russia. Today, she is the Connections Coordinator at Virginia Beach Community Chapel. Her hometown is only 2 hours from the border with Ukraine.
Is your mother okay? Is your grandmother okay?
Well, yes, I talked to them. They are okay. And so far, it's all quiet there, but it can change any minute. So that's why I feel so anxious and stressed, because I'm worried about them because I can't help them.
Oksana told Regina Mobley most of her Russian and Ukrainian friends are opposed to the war. With her Virginia Beach church community at her side, Oksana prays the war will end soon.
And NBC Nightly News will have much more on the situation in Ukraine coming up at 6:30. Well, even though the temperatures may not say it, we're still in winter.
Oh, yeah, which can also be sickness season. Ahead at 6, why viruses seem to like the cold weather more.
Plus, our farewell to a legend in television sports. Before Bruce heads out, he wants to talk to you about his future and a home run of a career.
Yeah, and you'll want to keep the seatbelt on for the next trip on the temperature roller coaster.
Jeff's forecast is coming up all as we continue on this Thursday night.
Nearly a dozen hours after the eye roared ashore. There is some late-breaking news.
All right,
It started out as a regular school assembly for these students, and it turned into a life-changing event for them and their family.
Honestly, I never expected this.
A must-see surprise you won't want to miss. Tomorrow morning at 6
Elect to save this President's Day at Cavalier Ford. During our President's Day sale, get 0 for $60 on a new Ford EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition, Ranger, F-150, and more. That's right, all these great models are available with 0 for $60. Plus, build an order for an extra $1,000 bonus cash for a limited time at Cavalier Ford Chesapeake Square and Cavalier Ford Greenbrier during the President's Day sale.
Cavalier, serving customers right.
Jacuzzi Bath Remodel by Mr. Fix-It can make your Valentine's Day gift easy this year. Give your loved one the new bath they will love forever. Our design consultants can show you how. Our expert installers make the process easy. We can transform your old bath in as little as 1 day. We're locally owned and offering $1,400 off or monthly payments as low as $99. We have payment programs to fit any family budget. Jacuzzi Bath Remodel by Mr. Fix-It, the brand you know, the company you can trust.
When you join Chartway, you become part of a circle of over 190,000 members strong. Together, we've built a credit union that we're proud of, and one that, like you, works hard in our communities. We offer convenient banking on your time and video, online, and mobile options for life on the go, with the support and the people to help you reach your life goals, so you have more time to celebrate. Join us and come around to brighter days.
With premiums as low as $0, Optima Medicare created plans with you in mind because you make the most of your life and deserve the most from your Medicare coverage. Our comprehensive coverage offers a full range of benefits and an extensive network of providers and pharmacies for a healthier, happier you with premiums as low as $0. Call 1-833-351-0475 to speak with a licensed plan advisor. Optima Medicare. We put our members first.
If you can't, we can. Michael and Son.
Thank goodness we're doing okay at the moment. But ever wonder why flu season falls in the winter or why COVID got worse when the weather got colder?
There is a connection between viruses and the chilly weather. Meteorologist Steve Fundaro sat down with an expert to find some answers.
Dealing with COVID-19 has been, well,
new cases, 800 new cases. Mention new cases.
Riding the wave of variant after variant. Let's try to understand the mechanics of a virus as we digest the reality of COVID-19 becoming endemic. And in doing so, we must understand how the human body gets sick.
The risk is across the board for everybody. This is really shared by everybody.
After sitting down with Dr. Gary Moss, I gathered some clarity as to why it's easier to catch a cold or come down with the flu in the cold winter.
And even the sustained wind is pretty bad this
Any stress on our body affects immunity. The cold weather we're not used to is added stress.
You know, we're really fine-tuned machine, and little pieces of sand in that machinery will really gunk it up.
With temperatures that are going to be in the 90s across.
And in a way, the opposite can be said about the hot, humid summer months.
The dangers of heat.
There's a thought that humidity has some effect on the way a virus transmits in the air.
It might be the dry air that does it. So we see it in the cold air, but it might be the dryness more than the temperature itself.
Humid air is full of water vapor. Therefore, more particles are in it. More particles means more obstacles for a virus to maneuver around. But you can still catch a cold in the summer. It may just be easier to do so in the winter.
You know, obviously, this doesn't go away in the summer. So it is still there, at least the variants we've seen so far. And the worry is, yes, that it's going to pattern with the flu virus, where you have two viruses and you get two infections simultaneously, which would probably be a lot worse.
But we can only hypothesize, considering this is a novel virus that we're still trying to understand, as we also come to terms with the pandemic becoming endemic. Steve Fundaro, 10 on your side.
Some things to keep in mind. Well, speaking of the chill, it's headed out, but the roller coaster of temperatures isn't over. Jeff's forecast after the break.
And a toast to Bruce, the GOAT of local TV sports, and his words to you. Still ahead tonight. Stay with us.
Look for my coverage of Black History Month on WAVY.com.
Visit your Hampton Roads Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Norfolk Air Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Fully licensed to provide electrical services, including installations, repairs, and maintenance. Our electricians are knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions. Norfolk Air remains your one-stop shop for all homeowners and businesses in the Tidewater South Side. Call us today.
Oh, hey, it's me, Adrian. People choose Sono Bello because they can permanently remove your stubborn body fat in just one visit. After having 2 kids, my body changed a lot, and I struggled with my stubborn body fat. For me, as a busy mom of 2, when I discovered that Sono Bello had a mommy makeover package catered just for moms like me who don't have time to recover and need to get back in action, that's when I knew I needed to go to Sono Bello. Sono Bello removed my diet-resistant fat cells permanently in just one visit. There was minimal downtime, local anesthesia, so I was actually awake during the whole procedure. I deserved my mommy makeover, and you do too.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-455-1286 or go to sonobello.com.
Decorum Furniture, your style, your store in Norfolk's Kent District.
And Doug.
And it's easy to customize your insurance at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that right, Limu? 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 Sorry, one sec. Yeah. There he is.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.
The rain we've seen today has been around 0.2 of an inch across the entire area. So we've had the light rainfall, we've had the cold temperatures, but tomorrow it all starts to change with some warmer air moving in from the south and the southwest. Right now, just a little bit of rain still out there across the eastern shore. Not too much across the middle peninsula now, or the peninsula. As we look to the south side, a couple of showers moving through Suffolk into Chesapeake. But look at how this thing is all changed across our area in the last 45 minutes. It's just not much rain left. We'll have occasional light showers going into the night, but I'm not expecting that much rain here on out for the rest of the night. We could see a few more showers, though, redevelop tomorrow ahead of another push of cooler air from the north. Right now, we're at 38 degrees in Newport News, 43 in Virginia Beach, 42 degrees in Currituck. What a change we've had in the last 24 hours, and what a change we'll have in the upcoming 24 hours. Look at the warm air down to the south. It's not very warm right now in Wilmington and Charlotte. They're in the 50s, but Atlanta, they're still sitting at 75 degrees, and that warm air will push into North Carolina and maybe even for parts of our area across southeastern Virginia for tomorrow. Maybe not 70s, but upper 60s are looking easily possible before all of this cold air that's sitting in the Midwest pushes back in following the storm system, bringing us that round of cold air that'll lock in for the weekend. So for the rest of the night, it's going to stay cold, and we'll still have mostly cloudy skies. The rain, a possibility this evening, not as much of a possibility tomorrow morning. It looks like it should be a little bit drier, but we could see a couple more showers towards the middle of the day tomorrow. Look how the temperature bounces back to the upper 60s by noon tomorrow. Now, with the quick warm-up, there could be a little fog. This is at 9 a.m. We could see some patchy fog across our area. It shouldn't last very long. It should get out of here by the middle of the day, and into the afternoon, we'll be looking at clear conditions. So we have the warm air that's going to move in from the south. We'll also see the rain chances increase as that front, which right now is near Memphis, will slide through our area tomorrow. Cold air is on the backside of the storm system. So a lot of things going on in the weather world right now for the eastern half of the country. But in terms of seeing severe weather, we don't have the ingredients for that. So that's a good thing. Just a little bit of rain here or there. Scattered showers tonight. Tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow towards the middle of the day, a couple of showers are possible, coming through right around noon. And then as we go into the afternoon and evening, that rain starts to move out of the area. We'll see clearing skies as we go into the afternoon and evening for tomorrow. But tonight, cold and wet across our area. Tomorrow morning, could be a little bit of light rain towards the middle of the day. And then we'll have high temperatures near 68 degrees coming up tomorrow. A lot warmer than today. 45 on Saturday, Sunday, 52 degrees. Monday and Tuesday looking sunny, and temperatures rebounding from the 40s to the 50s.
Jeff, thank you. This is the time that we knew was coming, Doesn't make it any easier, though. After 45 incredible years, Bruce Rader is hanging up his microphone.
And what an incredible ride it has been for the Dean of Hampton Roads Sports. Bruce started here before most people at the station were even born. There's so much to say about his time on the air and his commitment to the community.
Bruce has helped so many people along the way with charity work and with getting those lesser-known local names into the national spotlight of sports. I love the mustache. Yeah, if you haven't seen our special of Bruce's 4.5 decades at WAVY-TV 10 yet, you can find it right now on WAVY.com. It is well worth your time.
But for now, this is your 2-minute warning. Bruce is next with his message to you. Don't go away.
You might have outdone yourself this time, Todd.
Need some perspective, Ryan. What do you see?
I can see Hampton Roads from here.
Look a little closer.
Wait, furnaces? Dozens of them. You giving away furnaces again?
I'll give you a furnace for only $9.95 when you buy the matching AC.
OneHourComfort.com. Always on time or
you don't pay. Even from this far away, you can see this is a great offer.
As a military veteran, I believe in integrity and hard work. And here at Virginia Foundation Solutions, those are the core values we live by. We take pride in our work and we put our customers first. We install the highest quality foundation and crawl-space repairs while providing outstanding customer service. That's how we've received over 500 5-star reviews and helped thousands of families restore the value and safety of their homes. Virginia Foundation Solutions. Your home is our mission.
Hey baby, where are we?
Our new home.
I can't find the pots and pans.
Well, I was going to say, let's go out.
Pizza?
Yes.
Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Yes. Just kidding, it's Mia.
Are you ready?
From your first home to your forever home. Harrison's by Apple Moving.
All of the homes in our price range were being scooped up so fast.
we needed to get ahead of the competition.
Then we found Rain.com. We learned that Rain.com is powered by Rain MLS, the multiple listing service, so we can search for homes in real time before they ever appear on some national sites.
Thanks to Rain.com, we found the right house at the right price.
With a little room to grow.
Find your next home today on Rain.com. Local home listings you can trust.
At Priority, you may notice something a little bit different. We're letting customers put their names on the cars they want to reserve. Like this one for Grace in Chesapeake, or this one for Stephen in Norfolk, or this one for Lindsay in Virginia Beach. With today's tight supply of new cars, customers are reserving theirs in advance so they can be assured that they get the car that they've always wanted. So put your name on one today at any Priority dealership. And this one is for me.
Well, the time has finally come. I sat in front of my first studio camera here at WAVY-TV 45 years ago when I was only 22 years old. I had just finished my second year of college and I knew I wanted to be a TV sportscaster. I was so excited I didn't want to spend 2 more years in school, so when I got a call from a TV station in Hampton Roads willing to give me a shot for $150 a week, I grabbed it. I knew that if I was going to do this, I was going to have to teach myself. My journalism school was every day that I was covering a sporting event and doing the 6 and 11 o'clock news. I talked the boss into letting me go to the ACC basketball tournament, Super Bowls, Olympics, Daytona 500s, bowl games. Doing TV several times a day, year after year, often on the road, can be as exhausting as it is glamorous. And the only way to survive is to count on the producers, directors, editors, the people you never see on TV, because without them, you are nobody. When people ask me what it's like to spend your entire adult life on TV, I say it seems utterly normal because it's the only life I've ever had. Storytelling was always important to me. I decided early in my career to tell stories instead of just sitting here every night reading you scores. My parting gift to you is to leave you with one of the most talented sports teams in the nation. My producer for over 25 years, Brian Parsons, Nathan Epstein, and the man that you will be seeing here every night in this spot, Craig Loper. As for what's next, well, I plan to spend more time with my ever-patient wife, Virginia, my teenage sons, Reed and Alex. I should have never said I'd do this live. And my 3-year-old twins, Bryce and my daughter, Haley. I want you all to know that you allowing me to come into your homes every night is a privilege that I have never taken for granted. One thing I was taught by my parents was to always try and leave a place better than the way you found it. I hope I've done that. Thank you all for being along for the ride, and you guys too, because this is not something that you can do alone.
Well, we just love you, and we thank you for your commitment, really. You know, your commitment over these years.
When you say commitment, Muhammad Ali once said, a life of service is the rent you pay for the room here on earth. And Bruce, for what you've done, it'll be paying dividends in this community for generations to come.
Absolutely. And you two have worked together for 40 years.
Yeah, we have 40 and a half. I don't know how you just made it through there, Barry.
and you know what's funny? We haven't changed a bit.
Only the mustache.
We shaved our mustache.
We used to trade it back and forth.
It's a fake mustache, Steve. Did you hear that?
Walrus mustache. And my toupee is still working, too.
I was scooting this over for you, and now I'm like, I need one myself.
Well, you know, I mean, this shouldn't be a sad day. This should be a happy day. And I have a feeling that you probably haven't seen the last of me. So just not
hint there, people.
Just not every night, you know, 365 days a year. But, you know, as we all know, it's not about us. Yeah. It's about them. And it's also about all the people behind this wall and over here that you can't see, and the people that come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and work all day, and all those nights when you guys are covering the hurricanes and keeping people safe. And
it's broadcasting. Broadcasting, and it's not something that we do because we want to be on TV or anything like that. It's just what we do.
Well, I did. Actually, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a TV star.
Put it out there. It's your last day. Put it out there.
And there are a lot of people here.
Come on. I'm sorry. Have we just met on Bruce Rader? It's been a great ride, and I hope that I'll leave you with this. One of the greatest stories that I have and the greatest compliments I ever have is when that 45 or 50-year-old guy comes up to me and he says, you know what, Bruce, I got grandkids. But I remember when you came to my high school and interviewed me when I was in high school on the football team. And you know what? Still today, it's the greatest night of my life.
Generations. You influence generations.
Watched you. Absolutely. And also in the broadcasting field. And we've been seeing that over the last several days. Broadcasters all across this country who say they got their start because of you.
Yeah.
National superstars in the field.
That's great. Well, thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody in the booth.
Love you, Bruce.
Good night, everybody.